You know right, assassin me. Airport and my moja nanu shegu edigu on my
Mimo bibi akwaba eba Melodies TV so. NDC in Parliament. Ede ensem betuja. Try and say NPP MP for Insawem Adrejui. I friend Frank Annoh Dompreh. MC friend Frank Anna. It's quite interesting. Say let me check his name. Maybe. My name say friend Frank there because it will be very ironic. Say Nadine Bede Frank. I mean, if you understand the meaning of Frank Annoh Dompreh. Okay, into Nadine the Frank. Or your MP for Insawem Adrejui. Frank Annoh Dompreh. Into someone about and say NDC for say one more ebe dragon no akọ privileges committee. Na mama wati ase say say every institution ewo disciplinary committee. Inti eno no nkrofobia wo mo wom so mo ndi mbra so na ye betwe omo aso a ye de omo kọ privileges committee. Inti Frank Annoh Dompreh ye betwe na kọ privileges committee because allegation a ye de bo no perjury. In the sense wa falsify I impersonate other MPs. Anka Atta Mills and Semi woman she efa ho. And what they ato official documents so e de akwakoto Speaker of Parliament enim da Ghana for say nkrofoi enimade ne ho bi na nkrofoi enim ho hwe. Nti NDC for dragging akọ privileges committee charge a wo mo person de bono PERGURY what you say. Now NDC say I think he is part of the whip NDC whip no or can be wababontin eden sema ba betuja explaining some and you see I read somewhere was some way ni na ho and they say the MP for Tema Central Nino Yves Ninoy no yase wono kra no wone Atta Mills ebo ebusia Yves no yase wono kra wone Atta Mills ebo ebusia nti yase ono mpo de asem na hina matrese odwen wa wonte ase because ende seni asem na kwakoye no ebusiafo ni bibu efu because mama wate ase se Atta Mills wa wo wuye no ebusiafo aba abonte aba beka se o wo munim de ekun omode hye no and they are satisfied with whatever. Ninia on countless occasions aba abonte aba beka it is only NPP for and a debia wo mo sorry a and the Atta Mills and the yenim de ekun no and I'll say it and I'll say it again that hypocrisy no you people need to stop.
Melodies TV on YouTube.
Mo be born ewuto say papa newu ebeka say papa ne yare wo fi abrochi ba na ma papa ne be ye jogging e ma papa ne kasa e okotie sa audio ne krabon say papa ne okasa wo ne hwenim mo MPP fo asemo amunya mo be kan ambre na papa ne tie ase ene papa ne wo yare ene papa ne wu wo yare owu ye na mo say papa ne na bibia anya no na bibia anya ne no owu ye na bibia anya ne no owu ye ebusuafo se wo munim so mo de hye na o yare ena wewu ni nua se owu wo minsem me wo ne autopsy yes you see brain hemorrhage or said brain hemorrhage meaning I don't know whether it's the same as the Nansia Kennedy Japan koye ho surgery na meaning but bibisa intino and Frank Annoh Dompreh ye be dragging akọ
probe whatever issue that you have decided to engage the attention on. We can talk about the one Black filed about the foreign trips of the president and also the minority on the election violence, the 2020 election violence. Now, today it is imagined that the 4 NPP MPs who filed the private members' motion to investigate the death of Officer Mills, 2 out of the 4 have denied knowledge of assenting their signature to this private member's motion. In effect, all they are saying is that they were not consulted, they had no knowledge, and that they should be taken off the private member's motion. I have with me the Member of Parliament for Bandai and, of course, the Deputy Minority Chief Whip, Ahmed Ibrahim, with me. Honorable, thank you very much. You are making a serious allegation this afternoon that 2 out of the 4 NPP MPs have denied knowledge of the private member's motion. These 2 you are talking about, who are they, sir?
Let me say a very good evening to your cherished listeners. You were there when I asked the Honorable MP, Ne Noy, who categorically stated that he has no knowledge of the motion. Right. And therefore, they've written to their leadership to strike their names out of that motion. And before I spoke
Melodies
to
TV
Noy, I went
YouTube.
to I called Honorable OPK, right.
David Ansopo,
the Honorable Member for Praiso. He also was categorical that he has no knowledge of such a motion, and that somebody used their names, he and Ninoy. So Dennis Ansopo and Ninoy, the MP for Tema Central, the MP from Praiso and the MP for Tema Central have spoken to me, and you yourself, you were there. You saw the MP for Tema Central. He is telling me that he has no knowledge of the motion and that somebody took their names with that signature. So I followed up to the speaker's, Right Honorable Speaker's office to go and have a look at those who signed or appended their signatures on the motion. To my surprise, the name Dennis Oksepokun was there. Ninoy Note Tema Central was also there. And Habib Ibrahim was also there. And Frank Annoh Dompreh was also there. However, it was only the signature of Frank Annoh Dompreh that was appended to the signature, to the motion. The 3 other MPs did not sign. So which confirmed the statement being made by the MP from Praiso and the MP for Tema Central that they did not append their signature to any motion. It is true.
But since the leadership has filed a motion like that, is it mandatory? Is it compulsory that every member would have to sign this document?
This raises matters of perjury and impersonation. If the MP for Tema Central, who relate to the late Professor Mills anyway, whose name is being used on a motion for investigation that he has no knowledge of, this is tantamount to perjury and impersonation. And I believe the House as a whole must investigate into that act. And secondly, the 2 MPs
you are calling for an investigation into this matter, how these 2 other MPs were added to the motion without their knowledge. Is that what you're saying?
Politicians in Ghana have deficit in terms of trust. And this was compounded when the member for Domi Kwabenya, somebody was brought to come on vote on his behalf, which the ranking member of Foreign Affairs raised. That matter has not been brought to finality. Right. Then today, what we are hearing is that there is impersonation, whereby people's representatives names are used on the motion that they are not privy to. If you go to social media, you will see posts like the 4 stupid fools. And for the people on Praiso to see their MP's name being labeled and
Melodies
being labeled
TV
as
on
a
YouTube.
fool, that he has no interest in their development. All he's interested in is to be doing postmortem on somebody that he does not immediately to. Then for the people of Tema Central to see their MP's picture and name on the social media, be insulted. If your MP is insulted, you also are insulted. Meanwhile, these 2 MPs have no knowledge of what is being happening. So it means the person who wrote their names on the motion must be brought to book. And I think this matter is not only impersonation, it's not only perjury, it goes beyond that.
Well, just for clarity, so we know that Annoh Dompreh is the one who left this motion. I therefore suggested that he'll be held before the House to answer questions. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying more than that. The 2 the Praiso MP and the Tema Central MP have written to Annoh Dompreh and Chairman Sambos to take their names out of such a frivolous and vexatious motion. So if backbenchers are able to angrily write to their leaders going against their leadership on some wrong that their leadership have done, it brings the image of the House into disrepute. And what causes if the leadership on the majority are able to do wrong things like this on behalf of the people they are leading, and this is breach of trust. So we have to investigate into this and know how we can prevent and avert such matters from happening in this parliament again. So they will not only be held before the Privileges Committee, there will be a discussion at the leadership level, and we in minority will not allow this one. When the Adwa Safu's own came and we didn't investigate, today you see what they are doing. They are signing motions on behalf of other people, falsifying people's names and people's image. And this will compound the credibility and integrity deficit, the trust deficit that we have as a house.
Honorable, thank you very much for your time this afternoon. So, Blessed, that's the